Hello everyone, we are John and Kerry from J&K Aussie Travel. We've retired early to travel Australia. Join us each week on our adventures to see what we get up to. Good morning, it's Thursday morning here in Susha and we're going on a ferry ride across to Thursday Island. I'll show you the ferry when we get there and what we're going to do on Thursday Island. Here's our ferry that we're catching across. Off to Thursday Island.
Good morning folks, welcome aboard Tourist Magic, for trip across to Thursday Island. My name is Matthew, I'll be your skipper today, and your crew names are Lily and Alban.
And this is Thursday Island. Coming into the pier, ready to get off. I'm going to do an island tour here. There's a little story all along here on the footpath about how Thursday Island came about. Cool little sea turtles. And the bubba's behind it. Yeah, we're about to go on our tour of the island. We're just waiting here at the wharf. We went to the bakery and had a pie and a nice chocolate. We'll do our tour and then we'll come back and go to the pub for lunch. Good morning everyone and welcome to beautiful Thursday Island. My name is Christine and I was born on TI, so welcome to my island home. We're headed off on a scenic historic tour which will conclude around about 20 to 1 when I can drop you off at one of the pubs or in town. If you'd like to have lunch somewhere, that'll be your opportunity. The ferry boards at 2:15, 2:15 if you're headed back to Sacia this afternoon. Folks, we're heading straight up to that big hill in front of us because the view up there is nothing short of spectacular and it really helps you get your bearings. In the underground rooms and tunnels of a historic fortress is a lovely little museum run by volunteers, and then we'll take a scenic drive around the island and stop by the memorial for the pearl shell divers and the memorial to the Torres Strait flag designer. Thursday Island, traditional name Wyburn, means catfish. We are on Kurrareg land, so we acknowledge the traditional owners, the Kurrareg, and the Kurrareg are primarily based on the big island on the left, Muralag, also known as Prince of Wales Island. They live there for the abundance of freshwater springs, and being a large island, 200 square kilometres, there were lots of places to hide women and children in time of an attack from a neighbouring tribe. You see, there was a great deal of warfare once upon a time, fuelled by tribal rivalry and land disputes. The Torres Strait is a very unique area in its conditions. Local knowledge is very important out there on the water. There's strong currents up to 10 knots. You've got the Indian Ocean on one side, the Pacific Ocean on the other. That's a massive amount of water that runs through and then runs back the other way. Of course, this wind blows most of the year. In our language we call this sager, which is a southeasterly trade wind, about 30 knots, blows from April to November, and in November it starts to swing around and we have we have kuki, the northwest wind. The northwest wind is a beautiful time of year, but it's a bit hot and humid for most visitors from the far south, so we don't see as many people here towards the very end of the year. It starts to rain with that kooky northwest, that's the monsoon system, and most of that rainfall received between December and April. Our reservoir today, we don't have it on space, only 700 people living there, and it's connected to us by a submarine pipeline. We get 70 inches of rainfall annually.
This is Green Hill Fort on Thursday Island, built in 1891 to 1893. A couple of years to build it. Go down here to the Underground Museum. These are all the divers that used to dive down for the pearls and mother of pearl shells. The headstones, a lot of the wooden headstones got eaten out by white ants, so they lost their identities, so they've just popped these posts on them now, which is a shame, but at least they're still recognised. This is the tourist pub on Thursday Island. It's the northernmost pub in Australia. So we're going to come here for lunch. Who said Thursday Island's remote? They've even got a mitre 10 here. Plants and building supplies. This is in one of the shops at Thursday Island. They've got goldfish, which you can buy. All sorts of fish. They've got absolutely everything here for a small town. There's 4 pubs, post office, news agents, National Bank. There's heaps and heaps of takeaway shops. Yeah, it's such a small little community. It's everything, and the Torres Strait Islanders are so friendly. Lollies, lollies and more lollies. They've even got clothing shops here. There's just everything. So if you need anything while you're up here, you're probably better off coming over to Thursday Island and doing the shopping. Take it back on the ferry. My daughter Tasha loves these. $44.80 for a tub of them. And don't think I'll bring some home for you, though. Another huge shop here. All your baby goods, electricals, my TVs, furniture. When we're over in Thursday Island, I met up with one of the local crayfishing oyster people over there and got some of these craytails. Yum, 4 of them there, so I'm going to cook them up today. Pot of rock salt, about boiling, and we'll pop them in, and then I'm going to make a Mornay sauce out of them. And then John and I are going to go and find a sunset on the beach somewhere and have lobster Mornay, or crayfish Mornay. Cooked them for about 15 minutes and then dropped them in some ice cold water to stop the cooking process. That's the Mornay sauce made. I didn't show how I made that one because it's not my usual recipe. I couldn't get any peppercorns or bay leaves here. It's all went back in the caravan. So I'll show you another time. Do a real good Mornay recipe. We're going to put the meat into that now and then can shell it into the prawns later when we're going to eat it. I don't know if there's a special way to do this, but I just cut along there with my cutters like that, both sides. That there's all just all pulled off. And that's where your meat in there. You just start pulling the meat and it'll come away from the shell. like that. You got this huge bit of meat. And in half. Just chop it into pieces, pop it into your sauce. In it goes. Sun's just gone down. There's our crayfish. All we've got to do now is try and catch fish out there. Sunsets are amazing up here overnight. All the colours. We're heading back across the ferry today. It's 20 past 8 in the morning. It's 20 past 8 and this is the lineup. It opens at 8 o'clock. Not much of a lineup, which is pretty good. They say it can go for K's. Trying to get back down for some reason. It's a lot longer. It takes longer to get down than it does up, but it's looking pretty good for us. Sam Creek Campground. There's plenty of places to camp here. That's us for the next couple of nights. Still just got the tent. Yeah, plenty of room to camp. No one else on this side yet. This is Sam's Creek down at the water. That's the crossing there. Right over there. Out that way. There's a few go through this morning, but it's been hours. No one's come through, so not sure if it's been blocked up that way. The crossing up there. Waterfall down there. That's the swing. And I'll swing off into there. Looks nice and deep. This swimming hole at Sam Creek's pretty amazing. Got this pool here. Goes off into the creek up there. A little bit of a beach sandy area there. Come around here to the waterfall. John's standing up there, that's how deep it is. Yeah, amazing. This would be amongst all the red dust up in Cape York.
No. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, that's the deep one. Okay, I don't think.
It's only the tail.
We're going up that way, but we can't go that way.
No.
Test the brakes out.
Doesn't sound real good, does it?
The brake.
No, others sounded like that.
You want to be careful in case he loses his brakes.
Yeah, right in.
I don't know if I can watch it.
Yeah, see?
Coming through!
You've got to get up there, yeah?
All the hard work to get here. What a bugger.
You want to get into the curry here too.
Broken down in the creek, you better tell.
That's nice, beautifully.
Bit of bush mechanics and gotta go.
A lot slower than us.
You reckon?
Yeah, come on down there.
No, Wayne was that slow. Yeah. Almost wasn't going to bed. Stick to the right, it's a big hole. There we go, there.
Oh, I can't see the light.
Go on. Aussie guy. Oh, he's on the freeway.
Who made that one, huh?
Oh, I got that down. I missed all that.
Well done, darling. You better than Simon. Huh? That's a bit tricky up there. Yeah.
It's the way those is.
And then, same thing, just dead straight.
Oh, the puppy's in the front.
It's already a boat up.
Load up now.
As long as you don't open the... Give it some berries. Yeah.
Come out to Palm Creek crossing to have a bit of a look. This is the drop-in. Unbelievable what they'll do. Yeah, I've heard that they're pretty much everyone has to get winched out the other side, so we'll go and have a look at that too. That's the creek, very little water. That's one way out, and that's the other way. Three days ago someone was really badly hurt here. The car come back down and he got squashed between them. They had to airlift him out. Hopefully he's okay. On our way back down from up the top, we've stopped again at Bramwell Station. Done dinner and the show again last night, which was good again. Just stayed in a donga again. And we're on our way back down. Hopefully try and make it all the way to Laura today to pick up the caravan. We'll see you there. All these ferns growing along the side of the road. After 38 days, we're back at Laura, picked the caravan up, and that's Cape York done and dusted. When we got back, we had one flat tyre on the caravan. We pumped that up, it seems to be okay. And we done in the second driving light. It's actually broken at the bracket. We got them both though. I've seen it, heard it come off and saw it roll away in the side mirror. I ran back and grabbed it. We'll get our driving lights back on. And there's the aerial still. Aerial's still sitting there. Oh, thanks guys, you're still with us and watched the whole episode. See you next week. Who'd know where we'll be? Live well, love hard. Bye for now.